back to the Diabetic Diet Show. Today's show is a simple pasta meal with ground beef, but it's Calabrian beef and gnocchi pasta with broccoli, Romano cheese. We're going to have garlic bread to dip in oil, as well as a quick salad. So to get started, I already have the water boiling. My trick is to boil it with a teapot, and it boils quicker. I also have the heat on already on the pan, heating up the pan, so that I don't put the hot water in a cool pan. So the ingredients that we're going to need is a tomato paste, and you can buy this in tube form or you can buy it in a can. You don't need a real lot of it. The measurements, by the way, if you're on a desktop computer, in the lower right hand corner right now you'll see the button that says subscribe. If you hit that, then you'll see the more button where the recipe is. Or if you're on a cell phone, just take your cell phone and turn it vertically, and then you'll see the subscribe button. You hit that and then you'll see all the more, you'll see the recipe. We also need cheese, and I have already grated and sifted the cheese. Garlic, you'll need a couple of cloves of garlic. These are kind of small in here, so I'm going to use a few of them. And then you need the Mascarpone cheese. So you can get this right at the local grocery store. It's nothing really fancy. The name sounds more fancy than it is. You'll find it. And then for the pasta is pronounced gnocchi. So that is the Italian version. And I have my pot about ready. Sounds like the water's ready. So let's get started. The water is ready on the stove. Just grab your teapot. So I like to buy frozen broccoli. Some of this stuff I really have best luck by buying frozen stuff. You know, it's picked right out of the field, and it's frozen, flash frozen to minus whatever it is, 20, 30, 40, and it's real fresh, it's real consistent. If you see anything you don't like a stem, this is really a good time to pull it out. All I do with this stuff is I just throw it in the microwave. Just depending on the size of your microwave, I'll put it in for a few minutes, and I think that'll be enough. The garlic bread I bought this as a frozen garlic bread, and I'm going to pop these in the toaster when we're ready. These look really good, I can smell them. And then I have oil that we're going to dip them in. So let's see, next thing we need to do is we need to cut up some garlic. Let's just go ahead and knock the ends off these. Makes it a little bit easier to take the paper off. There you go, the broccoli is done, and I'll just leave it in there to steam. I threw a lid over the top of it. We bought it at one of the local discount type stores, and the lid is perforated. Here's another one, and you just put that over the top of it. Keeps it from messing up the microwave, and it also helps it to steam a little bit. So I'm going to just use the slap chopper today. Put the garlic in here, just like that, and hold it. And what I like about the slap chopper is, if I missed any paper, it's going to be sitting in the bottom of this for me. Now, of course, like everything, when you're cooking, you're going to have some cleanup to do. But I like it. It's like that, and it's in this little tray, and it's all set and ready for me. So let's go ahead and get the pasta going here now. It's starting to boil. Careful when you're dumping this in. Don't splash. This is a lot more pasta than it looks. This will feed a family. Barb and I will eat well or have leftovers with all this pasta. Now your pasta is going to be about 4 to 5 minutes for the boiling. So I'm just going to wait a minute, let it come back up to boil, and then I have the timer ready to go. Let's go ahead and start the next step. Let's get our beef going while we're waiting for the water to come back up again. And then when it starts to boil, you're basically cooking the meat and the pasta same amount of time, and we'll make the salad while we're waiting for that. So here we go. Let's get our heat going here on this burner. And the meat. Just drop that in like that. I have to wait for the meat and the pasta. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on the salad while I'm waiting. And then lastly, I'll bring out the broccoli and put the broccoli in with the ingredients, and I'll drop the garlic bread toast last. So let's talk about our cucumber. Of course, with cucumber, it's pretty simple. You just knock off the end like that, and then however you want to slice it. You know, a lot of people want to slice down long ways like this, and then you set it down, and then you slice it again. And then all you have to do is keep the toe down on the cutting board. Push down and slide forward. And you get these nice little chevrons, as you can see. And that looks really nice in your salad. Of course, you could check it with a thermometer and make sure that it's 160. It'll be more than that probably by that time. And then as far as the tomatoes go, if you've seen my other video on vinegar, I wash the tomatoes and I wash all my fresh produce with vinegar or rinse it with water. You'll be surprised at what just water will do to wash this on whatever's remaining from the factory. I like to buy things that are sealed. I'm not real big about buying things that are not in a bag. I feel a little better that it was sealed in a plant and should be fairly clean. Two for each. So, of course, what you're going to end up ultimately doing is knocking off the ends. And I cut these just like I did the cucumber. I set them out here and I go right down the center. This is really the easiest way to have a nice salad when you're all done. And then we'll just run down here, cut these up. Now, one of the things I'm going to put in here for seasoning is in one of my videos you'll see I have how to make seasoning and dipping oil for Carrabba's restaurant. And that's what I'm going to use in my salad. That you can do while the pasta cooks and the beef is cooking. You got to go 4 to 5 minutes. I still got a couple minutes left. So here's our pasta. Let's grab this Italian seasoning. So if you look in my list, or I could put a note in with the recipe, how to make Carrabba's dipping oil. This is basically a tablespoon of each of the ingredients that go in. And I do have all the ingredients listed. And this is going to be the dipping oil. So I have the oil here, and I'm going to put in some seasoning, and I'm going to stir it. And then this is going to get put in the saucer for the dipping of the bread. So I have that all set, ready to go. Italian seasoning. And then oil. I have garlic and mushroom. Looks like both of these are garlic and mushroom, so that makes the choice easy. Thank you to my sister for getting me my high quality olive oil. You know, there's inexpensive olive oil and then there's good quality olive oil. If you ever want to know, check some out and buy some good olive oil and then taste the difference. And of course, if you don't taste the difference, buy the inexpensive stuff. But olive oil, cheap olive oil tastes cheap. I'll just leave it at that. And then I have garlic sea salt. And black pepper. Lots of black pepper. Black pepper is good. Regular sea salt. Now if you want, you can put in some other ingredients like hot red pepper flakes. You can put in some chili powder if you have some chili powder. That would be really good. For me, I tend to like just a little bit more mild. I'm happy with garlic. I'm happy with black or white pepper. That's kind of my taste preference. So let's go ahead and turn over this hamburger. Ground beef, I guess I should say. If you put it on a bun, it's a hamburger. And of course I have to throw a little bit around so it lands on the floor because once again, I'm not a chef. I'm just showing you guys how I cook dinner. I used to watch my mom cook. It was an easy cooking lesson. She did it every night. I used to sit right on the edge of the carpet, right in front of the kitchen and watch her cook. Now this oil, I just stir it up. I pour a little bit right in the center of the saucer. You can always pour in more later. Usually you'll have plenty of seasoning that you can add more olive oil if you need. And of course you can add some cheese if you want. Sometimes we add Parmesan cheese. Going to need to put salt and pepper in this though, because when I made the ingredients, I didn't put a lot of pepper in. I put a little bit in. I just go like that a little bit. And I didn't put any salt in. So just a little bit of salt like that. Here's our broccoli. It's just kind of thawed, and we'll put that in there like that. And we'll go ahead and get this pasta sauce scooped out of here like that. And the cheese. Cheese is going to need some heat to melt, so I'll probably just go ahead and get that right down in the pan. And then some garlic. And here is the plate that I used for the broccoli. And that makes a nice serving bowl. Look at how nice the garlic bread came out because it was frozen when I put it in the toaster. It is absolutely perfect. This is going to be a delicious meal. Well, that's the show. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.